Welcome in, everybody. Hi, Susanna. Good to see you. Welcome in, Robert. Welcome in, Gator. Welcome in, Bisay. Sweet Koyo. Sweet. And let's see, I got Demi in here. And I got Ed, my better half. Welcome in, everybody. I have a dog threatening to drive me crazy. Crazy, crazy. So what we're looking at is M92. I guess I could bring it in so you can actually see it. Oh, Xena. It's been anything but clear lately, so it's finally a clear night tonight. But of course, you know, full moon last night does not help for a lot of actual deep space targets, besides maybe some star clusters. She's trying, my patience. Hey! Stinker. Yeah, she's trying my patience already. I think I'm gonna have to give her her thingy. Her knuckle sandwich is more likely. Can you leave me alone so I can have a sip of coffee? Oh my goodness. All right, give me a second here, Brad. All right, sorry about that. Dog usually decides to be a little brat right when I get a phone call or right when I start to stream. So it's always loads of fun. Yay! Yeah, exactly. I gotta make a short of the other night. That was super funny. We had about 5 minutes of cat shenanigans that I stopped looking at the telescope because the cats were crazy. It was fun. All in good fun. Got me a nice new shirt. Yes, it's all necessary. And with that, actually, it really is all necessary. Because here's a box, and it's kind of an odd little thing, but it's a very useful little thing. Ed uses a great deal of power tools, and not only does he use them for work, but he uses them for home stuff. So he bought some of these for work, and I told him how super cool they were. So I insisted that he buy some for home. Now, this might not look like much of anything. It's an outlet, but it's also to hook onto an 18 volt Milwaukee battery. And it has a little light on it, it has an outlet, and basically what this will come in handy for is when I'm using the other telescope. One of the reasons why I still have not had it outside yet is because of something of this nature, having to lug a very long extension cord from where I can plug in at, hey, welcome in, Nunya, and where I can actually see anything. Yeah, it's basically, yeah, you put the battery into this, and it's just a miniature inverter. So it's quite cool. I'm rather stoked to be able to use this. So yeah, just a small power inverter. And then you just slip an 18 volt Milwaukee tool battery onto it. And boom, you have an outlet wherever you need it. And well, you know, I obviously need it a little farther away than what I want to drag an extension cord. So I did put the little feet under the telescope. We'll see if it makes a difference or not. I feel like it will make a very large difference on the other telescope. So I got these little feet for the telescope, and all they are is literally rubber shock absorbers for the most part. And they help to level the telescope if you have it off of the pavement. I'm not really close to the railroad tracks, but I'm close enough that I think we were either looking at the moon or looking at Jupiter one night through the scope, and it was bouncy. It was kind of crazy. So it will definitely make a huge difference with the other scope, because that one, we couldn't even look through it because it was super bad because of the train tracks. And I generally get one train a night. It's generally at dark early in the morning, so if I should happen to be up that late, then that's when I would notice it. But as far as leveling, no big deal. It just makes the feet a little bit wider. They're about, not real big. Yeah. Well, that's why Tiny has a big old battery pack on it. I don't know if I've showed that particularly off. I think I've showed off most of the other gizmos and gadgets. Hey Sue, welcome in. I've showed off most of the other gizmos and gadgets, but yeah, power is quite important. The fact is with this telescope especially, I do run the dew prevention because we are in the Midwest. It's definitely not low humidity, so dew heater makes a big difference. I'm thinking about wanting to get a dew strap for the other telescope just to prolong my viewing sessions because I want to. Got me a new Swell coffee cup too. Cheers to 250 years. What's next? Who knows? I was watching another video, and I should probably pull it up or link it up, but it is an individual that's looking into some variances on the Seastar telescopes, and where he actually has two S50s and an S30 Pro. He wanted to check out things like backlash and stuff like that, dropped frames, and he had a very, very specific lineup of how he wanted to test this. And if I thought that I could guarantee dropping the data to him, I would respond, but I don't know that I can drop the data to him, so as the time frame comes up closer, I'll think about it. But he's literally wanting about 4 to 8 hours of just information on observing. He had some kind of specific demands, which would be with your polar alignment and with the specific targets. But other than that, they're all good targets, so I'm cool with the targets. It's just whether or not I could actually collect the data properly. Oh, I bet, Sue. I'll be waiting for it. It should be pretty soon. Not sure what time it's coming up here. Coming up in 4 minutes. Such a tiny little moon. The tiny moon. So I am definitely looking forward to getting the other scope out, and this little thing here will make that a much simpler situation. So good job, Ed. I'm glad you ordered these. I'm glad they were quick to get here too. And good night. Good luck tomorrow. Kick ass, take names, all that stuff. So probably the most difficult part of setting up Tiny is doing the polar alignment. Once the tripod's level, it's really not hard. But schlepping around the tripod, because I don't like to take it down. It's just easier to leave it set up. So I don't take the tripod down. I do take the telescope off of the mount, but I don't like to mess around with taking the tripod down. So mooned. The moon will moon me later. There will actually be obvious shadows on that cement slab out there. Now I forgot what I was gonna say. Dang it, Ed. But anyways, it's all good. Yeah, so I will be able to get the other telescope out as long as we have some decently clear skies. I definitely want to get I definitely want to get out there with the with the battery pack. And try out the new GPS and actually look through the scope, because it's been so long since I've done that. It's been over 2 years, and that's just too dang long. Too dang long to not actually look through the eyepiece and go, ooh. Go to bed, old man. Go get some sleep. So we got 26 minutes into eyeballing this particular star cluster, which is M92. And I literally just grabbed it from another site that I like to go watch their videos. But I'm definitely liking looking at it. It's a pretty one. I was going to look into the settings and then I forgot to. I was going to look into the settings that were suggested to turn off the like the airplane and satellite trail, because occasionally it will cause other weird stuff. So we'll just leave it the way it is, because like I don't really know what it's set to. And if you hear somebody chewing on a bone, it's the dog, and it's not my leg. So we're good. It's not someone else's leg either. To be clear. Super pretty cluster. We're looking at M92. And that's where we're looking at it. So we did a little bit of research into where we can and cannot fly a drone, and in pretty much everywhere that we're going on our vacation, we cannot fly the drone. So we're just not going to take the drone. Although it doesn't take up a lot of space, it's still just another thing to worry about. And since we now have a very small telescope that can do some great things, lugging the Gimondo telescope is not a high priority for this trip either. And it has been dragged a number of places because it's what we had. So I don't remember if it ever went to Pennsylvania with us, but I know it went to Indiana with us, and that was its last trip. It went to Utah with us a couple of times. Thanks, Benji. Welcome in. M92 is what we're staring at right now. A couple of satellite invaders, but nothing serious. Hope you're having a good night. But when we go to Pennsylvania, we will take the we'll take the S50. We'll take all the extra gizmos and gadgets for it. Gonna go to a couple of different parks. But the drone is very much not welcomed, so, you know, it's a thing. But what are they going to do? Yell at me if I'm out late at night, really quiet, looking at the stars? I kind of doubt it. And even if they did, I'd probably, you know, give them a... point and laugh and say, go ahead, yell at me. I don't care. Got about 30 minutes in on this. That's actually probably enough. Not to mention I can see that we're... Yeah, we'll give it a little longer. I can always trim it out. Not to mention the Space Invaders. Satellites and airplanes and such. Yeah, Benji, we don't get too serious around here. We just have a good time and look at whatever's looking nice. I do save the raw images, though, so I can go back and do some tidying if necessary. I have a crazy dog in the background that's gnawing on a bone, so if you hear something weird, that's probably what it is. Oh, you know what? I feel your pain, Benji. I've had more clouds than not. It just is what it is. That's kind of the constant battle. And what's usually even more annoying here is it's usually clear and sunny all day long, and as soon as it starts to become dusk, the clouds roll in. Terribly aggravating. So any chance I get to sneak out and hang out in the dark, I'm outside. And considering when this telescope arrived, it arrived and I had a very short amount of time. Well, you could, if you got a sea star, you could set it to, set it and forget it. I just have derelict neighbors, so I have to question my life choices if I were to go to sleep and leave it outside. But visual astronomy, you kind of have to go out there anyway. I definitely want to do that with the other scope, though. I do want to do a side-by-side comparison just for laughs, because it is rather ridiculous how small the sea star is and how well it works, even when it's not on a polar mount. Welcome in, Brian. Dog, you're something else. Yeah. So what you got, Benji? I'm interested. Welcome in, Sean. Oh, nice. That'll be fun. Well, once you actually get to take it outside, that'll be fun. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I don't really have the ability to go for a pier, although it would be nice. Yeah, I'm still doing baby steps. Literally, my other scope is also a very primitive beastie. But it's But the Sea Star's been nice because I'm at least able to look at something instead of going crazy without having an eye to the sky. I need more coffee. Dog face. Lots of Space Invaders in this shot. Guess I'm not too worried about it. I'll clean it up later. There you go. Yeah, my observatory gets picked up every time I'm done observing. Such as it is. And if there's shenanigans going on in the yard, then I'll, move the camera around if necessary. But yeah, we're just zoomed way in on the telescope at the moment. But I would definitely like to have something a little bit more permanent to keep it in, besides my garage. But, for traveling purposes, the Sea Star's great. It's nice little, very compact. Took it out to Utah, sat it on a very solid picnic table, and just looked at some things just for fun. Oh, I feel that, man. If I had something sizable, then yeah, a shed would absolutely be a mandatory thing. But everything I have, I can lug around. It's just whether I really want to. So I get that. I'm too lazy. Too lazy to set up is the truth. It's like ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I feel that. It's just all that excess. Once it's set up, it's a good time, but yeah. The setup is painful sometimes. Oh, there you go. Yeah, my other one basically requires, me to really work to get a good workout. And it's not the greatest rig by any means, but it works. I think it works. I haven't had it out since repairs, but general consensus, according to me, is it works. Yeah, I definitely want to have something that's at least semi-portable. It's a Celestron uh, Nexstar 130, it's Alt-Az, it's nothing fancy, but when I bought it, I didn't know anything, and guess what? I still barely do. I just know I like to look at the stars. I like to look at the planets. I've been digging, looking at the clusters, the galaxies. It's been fun. Like stated, I'm not super scientific, but I love looking. If I can share it with somebody who's having a crappy sky night, by all means, here I am. If someone can educate me, I'm down with it. I accept my corrections too. I had somebody basically come in one night and tell me, yeah, you shouldn't be looking at dark sky objects when it was pretty close to a full moon. And I'm like, yes, indeed, there's no question about that, but I did want to look just to see how terrible it truly was. And it was truly terrible. And I appreciated the flaming in the chat. It's like, yep, you're not wrong. Absolutely not wrong. I will accept that flame because it's kind of a... Should I? Nah. Why not? Let's look at it. And yeah, it was terrible. I don't even remember what we were looking at. But it looked abysmal because of the amount of brightness in the sky. We're starting to get that now. Did you see a cat? Where? I see no cat. Oh, I'm looking in the big camera and I don't see it anywhere. Unless it was hauling arse. Alright, you guys are on it then. If we got cats, we'll add cats. Oh, actually, Nicholas, I saw that on somebody else's. That they just tape their... They just tape their phone to a Hubble object. Or they tape their... whatever. Don't listen to me. I'm lost. But yeah. I mean, we even have archaic, very archaic opera glasses for just visual observing. It was fake. It was a fake cat. Clarify for me there, Gator. That's what I want to know. What was faked? I mean... No, it's a real picture. Just a picture from my phone or something, you know? Yeah. Just looking at Hubble images. I mean, I have Hubble images on my desktop. Yeah, that's fake. It's funny though. Beth, welcome, welcome. Oh no, 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 no. That was a cat has been by. So we just keep track of cats and aliens. We haven't seen any aliens lately. Then again, we don't have Aquadonkey in here making up aliens. There's not a current cat, but there was one. And I missed it. We'll see. Could have just put gold stars on a piece of black paper. There you go. Boom. One of these days, I'm going to get those glow-in-the-dark stars and I'm going to stick them on the inside of my camper. Because why not? Yeah, if it was quick, I would have missed it. I wasn't paying attention, probably. We have cat sightings all the time. Yeah, most of the cats that hang around my scope are absolutely alien. There's one cat that comes around here and I call him Kung Fu Kitty because he's so strange. Yeah, we probably are the aliens, Beth. No lie. So to fill you in, Beth, since you're just rolling in here, we're looking at a star cluster called M92. Or named M92. Shooting for like 45 minutes on it, and then I'll go stare at the moon for a minute. So you can all be mooned. I'll probably take a quick peek at the sky and see what it looks like. Venus was beautiful, but it was lurking behind a tree, so it was a no bueno for me tonight. Jupiter was kind of cool. Beth, this thing is a nice. It's not a very expensive telescope. It's a smart telescope. You can literally set it up very, very small, and it does great things just with a really small form factor. The scope itself is only this tall. It's very tiny. And then the accessories is where it gets better. And right now it's got the accessories going on. It's got a battery backpack, basically. It's got a wedge mount, so it can be polar aligned. And that helps the images really come in a lot nicer. And I'm telling you, if that would have come out, if I could have got the polar mount before the lunar eclipse, that would have been outstanding video, but I kind of cheated and it was alt-az and blah blah blah. So many things. It could probably be cleaned up from where it is, but it's not going to happen. So I guess I'll have to wait for another lunar eclipse or another solar eclipse or something of that nature. But yeah. Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I've been locked into the sky for a while, so I'm pretty good at being able to pick out which ones are absolutely planets. Look at all that. It looks like a freaking laser fight in this picture. I might end up with another one of those wild ones. Lots of space junk going on out there. I'm glad I let it go for a little bit longer. Just for fun. Hey, welcome in, Cecil. Good to see you. No, that's infrared. That's basically a bug passing in front of my camera or something like that. And that's typically what we end up calling aliens, just for the record. So we'll do a twofer. It's an infrared on my camera outside that's picking up very small bugs that look very huge because the camera is really quite a ways away from that telescope. It's just zoomed in massively. Well, Beth, let me give you a slideshow and tell you what the things are. This is Comet Swan. This is Bode's Galaxy. This is the Triangulum Galaxy. Don't ask me for Messier numbers. I'll have to go look them all up. This is the Veil Nebula. I can't remember if it's the East or West Veil Nebula. Again, can't remember the Messier numbers. This is the Wizard Nebula. And this is the Swan Nebula. The Pleiades. Luna. Some random space junk from when I was just screwing around one night. And Luna in just a different mode. Andromeda. Welcome, Stoner Bob. We got Bode's Galaxy again. The one that Gator affectionately calls the Turkey, which is the Orion Nebula. I cannot remember what star that is, but it's a beauty. We have Saturn with the rings pretty much straight on. Jupiter and the 4 Galilean moons. We got the Horsehead Nebula. All right, Bob, you have a great night. Thanks for stopping by. We got the Flame Nebula. We've got the Whirlpool Galaxy, its companion. The Crab Nebula. Excuse me. I'm gonna have to look that one up. We got the Sunflower Galaxy. The Pinwheel Galaxy. We might have to take a look at that one tonight. And the Moon. I'm gonna fail it too, Dimmy. I'm gonna get a B plus maybe if I'm lucky. Okay, and then after this brilliantly red moon is the Eagle Nebula, and that's my next want to go check it out target. And then we have Comet Lemon. And if I'm not mistaken, we go right back to Comet Swan. Yep. You're allowed. I usually throw, this one over to Gator and tell him to tell me what they are. And he just pretty much answers space every single time. Yep, we're gonna give him the pointy hat. Well, I just rattled all of these off, so... guys are funny. Yeah, that's just one real nice slide, I have to say. And that doesn't even incorporate some of the new stuff that's come in, so... Oh, Xena. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh my goodness. Ugh. Alright, I will be right back. I'm going to leave you just with the study materials. And see if you can remember what any of the stuffs are. So the way we'll roll it out is going to be top 3, bottom 3, last one on the end. So 1 through 7. If you know what any of them are, just type the number as in 1. There's your cheat sheet. Jimmy gets a point. Pixie dust? Well, any of them could be pixie dust. Okay, get some coffee, Beth. I'm gonna get some coffee too. Incorrect on that one. Number 6? No. But I'll be right back. Look at all these space invaders. Got streaks all over this picture. It's crazy. I don't guess I'm going to be able to stack. Yeah, what's up, Elon? I don't know how much of that is Elon and how much of that is just flights. It could be flights. Number 7 does. That's the big tall one. That's funny. You're a nut. Yeah, Elon is what's bringing this to you, so I'll kind of tolerate him for now, if that's all right. You have failed. That's okay. We'll let you study again. You can pretty much just backtrack through my community posts, and about the last year or so has been space and other random stuff. So do we need a recap on that? Okay, so recap. Top row is Comet Swan at the left. In the center is the Eagle Nebula. Next to that is Comet Lemon. And then next to that on the far end, which is the large one, is the Orion Nebula. Bottom left is Bode's Galaxy. Next to that is the Veil Nebula. And the extremely bright one is our closest neighbor, the Andromeda Galaxy. I think you did indeed get those two right. You got the Veil Nebula and you got Bode's on the second round. uh, oh, you're right. Did get lemon. That is correct. Do we have an alien? I'll buy that. I'm always down for throwing in aliens. I'd hitch a ride, Beth. Come on, where are we going? I'm sure that we're really the aliens anyway, so whatever. I need to turn off this fan. Switch to a different one. There we go. I don't think I have, Beth. That sounds interesting. Interesting. I have to wonder exactly how much hard drive space I have left. That was something I did forget to do this morning. Was clean off the drive. Whoopsie. There's a great deal of junk on here that I could probably purge. But I do need to actually move it to the computer, so. Because I still want to play around with Cyril. Not cereal. But Cyril. Oh, nice. I gotta write that down. Nice. Alright, we got an hour into this, so we're gonna move to something else. I'm not sure what yet, but something. And that's what we started at. Go from very bright to not very bright. Let's see. That might be too low. They're all kind of too low. Maybe. Let's see. Let's see what we can see. There was certainly some tree there now, wasn't there? Welcome in, Duke City crew. Good to see you. I suspect this will be a little bit washed out because the moon is on its way up. But it is not quite... It's not quite visible because I've got trees out in its general vicinity, so... Hope you're doing good tonight, Duke City crew. So, Duke City, to catch you up, we are currently looking at M4, globular cluster, because pretty much everything else is going to be washed out because of the moon. I'll probably grab on this one for about 15 minutes or so. Because I feel like my hard drive is pretty full on this thing. So I might have to step away and do some quick maintenance and let you guys watch a slideshow or something. While I clean up some BS on the dang telescope. Because sometimes I'm a slacker, and today I definitely was that. I do like these clusters, though. Cannot, I cannot tell a lie. So what I may end up doing is I may end up going ahead and doing a good clean stack on this instead of having all that crazy junk in there. And then maybe I'll do another crazy junk shot, because those are kind of fun too. But I can definitely make a cleaner shot than that was. Even though it was kind of fun, it's still just super weird to see all that extra satellites or airplanes or whatever the hell it is. Hope everyone's having a good night or good morning, relatively, as it would be. Right on. Thanks for the shout out, Duke City Crew. Much appreciated. I follow a bunch of those channels too. Great stuff. I wonder just exactly how packed this drive is. I'm gonna find out here really soon. Welcome back, sweet. I'm going to actually end this little imaging session here. I'm going to go into mild maintenance mode here. And put you guys into just a slideshow for a little bit while I clear some hard drive space real quick. Thank you, sweet. They are pretty cool. Yeah, we do. That's the truth. I would not object to a planetarium visit. Oh, geez. Yeah, I've been since then. Not any around here, but I've been since then. Yeah, I want to go to that one. The Adler. Okay, it doesn't look like it's screaming at me anymore. So that's always a good thing. So this right here is kind of a helper as far as some of the things that we have been looking at recently. We had I need to have the Whirlpool Galaxy up in that montage of pictures because that one's a really cool one. But I believe I want to take a look at this one because it's pretty high up in the sky. And that's kind of what I want to look for. And yes, we've looked at this one before, but it's a pretty, pretty one. So we'll look at it again. Oh yeah. This is the one I got from over at the farm. I got such a good shot of it. And it's one that I took just without having the ability to do all the changes and stuff. Did a little bit of cleanup. Not a whole lot of cleanup, just deleted a few files so that the hard drive would quit screaming at me. It was obviously not happy about it being so full. Unlike my coffee cup, which is not very full. I'm going to remedy that. Saved by the coffee pot. So we're just under a minute in of exposure, and this one starts coming in really quick. I really like this one. I think I might have looked at this when we were out in Utah last year too. That does sound cool, Robert. Sorry, I got really quiet. I was looking at my, I was looking for a page and I cannot find it. My bad. I will find it, and I will share it when I do find it. Thanks for the love. Whoever's sending the hearts there. Did you run SETI on your computer system back in the day? I ran it on multiple computer systems back in the day. Some I probably wasn't supposed to, but I did it anyway. Pretty sure you can still run the data. You just have to run it through a different different mainframe. It's not directly going to SETI anymore. I'm trying to think of the name of it. SETI was a great program, though. Cause yeah, I'd definitely be down for listening to them too. I mean, I wonder how many aliens we made mad by, sending out the signals that were being sent out by SETI. Messed up the alien algorithm. So now they're all mad. Dang it, my hard drive's yelling at me already. This is kind of silly. Well, I'm going to go outside real quick and take a look. Crazy monkeys. I'm going to actually see where the moon's actually at right now. We might be able to get a look at it. It was definitely hanging out in the trees, so let me see if it's above that point in the sky to where we can actually look at it, because I'm just filling up my hard drive. Hey, welcome in, James. Give me 2 seconds. I'm going to step outside for half heartbeat. Maybe 2, maybe 3. We'll see. I'll just count myself as an alien. Just see me out there tripping over stuff. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I think the moon is gonna jip me out. It's gonna be in the trees. It looks cool, but it's behind stuff. Yeah, I just did a walk about the telescope. Just a little one. I don't know if I tripped on camera or off camera. I think it might have been just barely off camera. Welcome in, A3. I'm probably gonna call it here pretty soon. Yeah, I'm gonna have to replay it too. Might be just in the event that it was something good. 'Cause I don't know. It could have been just junk. I have no idea. But I did walk about it. Dogs being chill. Hard drives being full. Hey, Bobby, welcome in. You might have to hit a replay, Bobby. I don't know. But we have no barking dogs this time, so that's been a plus. I hope you're good, Bobby Ramos, my sweet friend. Okay, well, you take care. Don't work too hard, A3. That late shift's kind of wonky. I feel for you, buddy, for sure. Good to hear it, Bobby. You gonna get some sleeps tonight, maybe? That would be good. I guess it comes when it comes. I know that's how it works for me anyway. I don't always get it when I want it, but eventually I try to catch up. Yeah, I know. I get it. I get it now and then, but it's not nearly as bad as it has been lately. I guess I'm just exhausted or something. Who knows? But exhausted and insomnia can, really wreak havoc on you. let's take a peek and see if we can get the moon to come in. Because I do not know for sure. I think the tree is definitely going to give me a fit here, but we'll try it. Yeah, it's low. We'll try it. Might end up having to go into scenery mode and just kind of look for it. Do 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 do. Yep, I am suspecting the trees are gonna give me some trouble here. It knows where it should be. And it's there, but it's not having a good time finding it. Talk about aliens, huh? That's good fun, huh? That's funny. Well, on that note, since my hard drive is full, my brain is not. I think I'm gonna wrap it up. Cause yeah, it doesn't want to play nice. The sky doesn't want to play nice. I mean, when it's clear, my hard drive's not clear. I can't win. It's kind of funny though. Anyway, so I'm gonna close it up. It's behind a tree, sweet. I need to be a lumberjack or something. Good night, Bobby. I hope you have a good sleep. I'm gonna go round up the scope here, and yeah. It's one of those things. It happens like that. We're gonna get it all turned around here and go collect it up and call it a night. Yeah, I'll run out here really quick here and go grab it. Be right back. Alright, here we go. Here's Tiny wearing the little backpack. There's the battery backup. And it's on right now. So that's the extra gear right there. It's not a lot, but it adds up sometimes. So basically what I'll end up doing is I'll just disconnect it from the base here and pull the data over into the computer. And I'll probably do that tomorrow because it's midnight. And I probably should have had a longer nap. Anyway, thanks everybody. It was fun. I enjoyed myself. And unfortunately, my hard drive was a little too full. Yep, 2 Mitzi sightings. I know, what's up with that? I guess I better bump up the alien count, huh? Heck with it. It's all good. So, me and Tiny say night-night. Oh, here we go. Let's show you the side that says Tiny on it. Because it is Tiny. Ciao for now. Clear skies. Hope we get some great clear skies the rest of this summer. And it should be fun. Oh, here you go, Nicholas. Here's the view of Tiny with the accessories. That's the battery backpack there. Yeah, right? Good night, Mary Ellen. Good night, everybody. Ciao for now. Keep looking up.